Hey Melbourne, how's it going? Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I want to tell you a story. I got to interview Cher last year. For the last few years, I've hosted the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras for another TV network. And last year, I got to interview Cher. Did anyone go to Mardi Gras this year recently? Oh, a few people. Have you slept yet? How's your jaw? Take that any way you like. It's Mardi Gras. So I got to interview Cher last year, very exciting. As I said, I'm the host. And now, if you've not been to the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras, awesome. 500,000 people line the streets. The parade's amazing. The floats are incredible. What I'm saying is lesbians have been very busy, right? Because us gay men, we do nothing. And we just rock up and like, woo, we're here. And so Cher last year was on the Qantas float, right? Of course she was, on the Qantas float. So Cher was being flanked by 50 of the gayest flight attendants you've ever... Well, 50 flight attendants. And all of them called Bryce. Don't know if you've flown recently, but if you were served by a dude, his name would have absolutely been Bryce. He would have pronounced it Bryce. And these flight attendants were so hot and they couldn't believe they were chosen to be the ones to walk with Cher. So they were strutting down Oxford Street in Sydney being like, chick on a beef, 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 right? And then, you know, on every airline, Qantas, every airline has the older duck on board, Pam. There's a Pam on every single airline in the world, isn't there, right? And Pam has been flying for a while, right? We've all had a Pam. I'm not saying Pam's old, but she got a redundancy package from Ansett. You know what I mean? Like, Pam is so old when you get on board, she's ripping your ticket like, oh, should you still be working, Pam? Like, I know they say Qantas, the spirit of Australia. I didn't realise you're the spirit haunting the plane, right? Pam has been flying since the beginning of time. She was married to one of the Wright brothers who invented aircraft, you know? It was her idea. She was just in the backyard having a Pinot Grigio one day. She was like, imagine if we could put horse and carts up there, right? So, to show a bit of diversity, Qantas have thrown Pam a bone and popped her in the parade, right? So, 50 hot male flight attendants strutting down, and then poor Pam trying to like keep up with them, being like, come back, fellas, right? And then behind them, Cher, looking amazing, million years old, stunning, and I come running at Cher, me and my poor cameraman come running at Cher trying to get the interview, and we come running at her, and all the flight attendants go like this, you're not coming past, right? Like a fucking security, right? Like I was trying to run from economy into business class, right? They're like, you're not coming past, right? And I was trying to get through, couldn't get through to do my Cher interview. Then luckily Pam's hip gives way, she falls to the floor, they're like, Pam! They go to help her, I sneak around, get to Cher. And as you can tell, I'm a very highbrow person, so I wanted to ask, start the Cher interview with a very deep question. So I said, Cher, are you enjoying your time in Sydney? And I'll never forget Cher's response. Cher said, woo! I'm Cher. And it was honestly the most confusing moment of my life. Because I did have to momentarily double back and go, did I just ask Cher her own fucking name, right? Anyway, no, long story short, she's bonkers. Now, I do have a lot of haters online, and I've got a lot of haters online, and I know they say, you should block and unfollow, or unfollow and block all your haters. I have a different approach. I like to follow and pursue, and I like to respond. It's called a clapback, and I have been compiling a few of my Twitter responses in my burn book, a la Mean Girls. Thank you to the one gay man down the front clapping that. I really appreciate it. I'll read you a few of tweets I've received recently and my responses. I released a book last year, thank you. And someone tweeted me, I would never read your book. The filthy sex you do is against God. I responded. I said, well, if it helps, during all my filthy sex, God sure gets a lot of mentions. I had a 3-episode arc on Neighbours, killing it, and I was playing a gay slut. I know, typecast. And when I was on Neighbours, someone tweeted me, Neighbours must be getting desperate if they hired you. I'm glad you're not my neighbour, or I'd move. Oh, you got me, girl, you got me. I responded. I said, I'm glad I'm not your neighbour either, because that means I'd be living in Geelong. Don't tweet me. And then finally, last year, after this very comedy festival gala, I told a story about having an affair with an AFL football player, and after this gala went to air, someone tweeted me and said, as if you were with an AFL football player homo, they wouldn't let you anywhere near them. I responded very quickly to that one. I said, not only did he let me near him, he let me put it in his Brownlow. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joel Creasey. Thank you so much. Good night.